Hey everybody, it's Jennifer at Studio J Company. I'm gonna let everybody have a chance to jump on because I didn't do a big announcement on this. This is like a spur of the moment kind of project. So let me pull up my iPad real quick. Okay. Well, I just got the notification that I went live, so hopefully other people are getting it right now. Let's see, Facebook. Okay. All right, if you jump on, say hello, let me know you're here. See if I can see comments. All right, if you jump on, say hello, let me turn on the volume. Wow, I feel like I'm sitting like really low. All right, today I am going to do, hey Tracy, you actually made it to one of my lives. Today I'm actually gonna do a Pottery Barn dupe. So basically, I found these pumpkins at Dollar Tree. Yes, yesterday I found these at Dollar Tree, and they're just little candle holders, I guess. So, and then this one is not a candle holder. This one feels like it's made out of like cement or concrete or something. It's super heavy, this one is. And then these are hollow, so they're very light. Okay, so if you've seen the trend going around on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, everybody's taken like these cheap looking ceramic pumpkins and painting them to look like the $80 pumpkins on Pottery Barn, at Pottery Barn. Okay, so I'm gonna try that with these, and all we're doing is mixing paint and baking soda. Okay, so the baking soda is going to give the paint like a thicker texture, and then while the paint is still wet, we're going to sprinkle baking soda over the paint to give it kind of a chalky vintage look, I guess. I don't know. Hi Kay. Okay, so the paint that I'm using now, you can use any paint. I love going to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever they sell, like at the paint counter, you can get the samples of paint. I like these because they have primer in them. And you can pick any color. I mean, you can walk in and say, hey, match this, and they can match it. So the colors are endless. But this has primer in it, so it doesn't take as much paint to get a good coverage. So these are just some colors that I had made up a while back. I've got a yellow. This one's actually called Squash Blossom. So I got a yellow, and I've already poured some into these little Dixie cups because I'm gonna add baking soda to make it a little thicker. So I've already done that because I didn't want to pour it everywhere, and y'all see that. So I got yellow. I am freezing, y'all. It is so cold in my house. And here come my dogs. Got this bright orange. This orange is called Inferno. It's a bear. Yeah, bear paints. That's bright. Okay, so I got orange in my little Dixie cup. And I just have white. I have a white like that and I can't find it. I did a project and I don't know where I left it, but I'm just gonna use some folk art paint. Any white will work. So I've got white. I have white in my Dixie cup. Okay, outside. I'm telling you, every day it's a distraction. It's like having little kids. Okay. So, and I created this little box for when I get ready to pour the baking soda because I have a feeling it's going to be messy and it's going to go everywhere. So I created this little box so y'all can still see what I'm doing, but hopefully it'll contain it. We'll see. All right. I'm not sure if someone's here or they're just acting like they've lost their mind for no reason. I don't know. All right, so, and if you have not noticed the color combo, if you haven't figured out what I'm doing, I'm going to do a candy corn stack pumpkin, or candy corn pumpkin stack. Is that what you say? And if you can't see down here, you can swipe the comments to the side, and that way you should be able to see my workspace. Okay. All right, let's start with, I'm gonna start with the yellow. And I don't know that there's any special ratio, recipe, how much baking soda you need. We're just gonna wing it. I think this might be equal, 50-50. And it might be too much. We'll see. We can always add more paint. Yeah, the consistency of this is kind of like runny peanut butter. Okay, we're gonna try. And I brought my hairdryer this time. And if someone got a little testy on one of my lives that I didn't have my dryer to dry my stuff, so I'm gonna dry it this time. But I think this dries pretty fast. So really, I went ahead and picked out these at Dollar Tree. You probably could have gotten any color and just painted them whatever color you wanted. But since these are already the color that I'm going for, I won't have to do as many coats either. So that's a good shortcut. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this on. And I'm not gonna worry about if it dries faster than I can get around. I wanna go ahead and get this texture on here first. And then I'm gonna make sure it's got a little bit of a wet coat before I sprinkle that baking soda so it'll stick to something. But I wanna get this, it's kind of a grainy, I know y'all can't see that, can you? It's kind of a grainy texture. I've been seeing people do these with like the big jack-o'-lanterns, and our local grocery store, Kroger, has those big jack-o'-lanterns out front, and I did not realize how expensive they are. I mean, even at Kroger, I mean, it was like $65. So I'm sure they put them on sale. They were not on sale that day, so I didn't get one. I was like, because this is going to be an experiment, so I didn't want to spend a ton of money until I knew if this was going to work or not. Okay. I think I got the whole thing. All right. It's so cold in here, y'all. It's not that cold outside. It's just always freezing in my house. My husband keeps the air like year round. Hey there, thank you for sprinkling. Okay, we'll move on to orange. And again, we're just gonna mix baking soda. Most of the ones that I've seen people doing, they're doing like a terracotta color, which is really pretty. But I'm kind of going for a candy corn look. So I wanted to stick with orange, yellow, and white. Okay. Now The orange I'm using is a different orange from this, but it's okay. Actually, it's close. I can see. I don't know if you can see the difference in the texture, but it's very noticeable in person. Hey, Heidi. Y'all, sometimes I can see comments and sometimes I can't. So if you say something and I don't respond, I'll see it when I go back after and watch the replay, and I'll comment if you have a question or anything. All right. I'm not worrying about the inside because I'm actually going to stack these, so you're not going to see the inside. And the top pumpkin actually has a little stem. He's different than these two. These are candle cups, so we'll have to paint his little stem. Okay. Has anybody on here done this? I'm curious because I see it all over Instagram and TikTok. Hey, Josie. All right, so now we'll go with white. Oh, it's in the orange. Hey. In case you missed it, we are taking Dollar Tree pumpkins and we're doing the little paint technique that everybody's doing to duplicate the Pottery Barn terracotta pumpkins, the like $70, $80 pumpkins. Really all we're doing is adding baking soda to the paint to make it kind of thick, kind of grainy, and then we're gonna go back, and while it's wet, we're gonna probably do another coat. And while it's wet, we're gonna sprinkle the baking soda on there to give it kind of that chalky, powdery look. All right. I think this one's made out of concrete. It is super heavy. I mean, it's little, but it's heavy. It's even got some little chips in it that looks like the cement chipped a little bit. Okay. And we're going for a candy corn look. That's why I've got these colors. Yes. Do they have a specific pumpkin they have to decorate, or just any pumpkin? Like, can it be a real pumpkin or a foam pumpkin, or because I got these at Dollar Tree. They have a ton of them. And this is so easy. Okay. I think I'm gonna do the stem last because I'm gonna have to hold on to this while we work with it. But let's go ahead and dry them real quick. I'm just gonna blast them real fast with a hair dryer. Let's see. Last time I did this, I blew everything across the room. So I'm preparing. Let's see. All right, let's go. Start with this one. Might be loud for just a second. I'm gonna make this quick. You did this on pool noodle candles. Did this stick to the pool noodles? That sounds interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with the yellow. And I know I just dried them. Whoop. Why did I do that? Okay, so we're gonna take, I'm gonna do like a really, really thin, quick hit with the paint again, just so it has something wet to stick to when I sprinkle this baking soda across it. So it's stuck to pool noodles. Okay, that's good to know. All right. All right, I made up my little box so I don't like make a huge mess, because I have a feeling I'm gonna make a mess. I especially want this to be in these little creases in the pumpkin, because I think it's so pretty when the white sticks down in there, the white powder. Okay. All right, here we go. Like I said, I'm not worried about the center because I'm going to stack these. I'm going to glue them. Okay, there's yellow. I don't plan to use this for anything else, so don't worry. I'm not gonna put this in food. I bought this, whoops, I bought this specifically for my crafts. Okay. orange. I got these, Josie, if you go to the Dollar Trees around here, I went to the one, I found more stuff at the one over near the Fresh Market in Peachtree City. They seem to have more stuff. Not the one near Flying Biscuit, further down, like near the Parkway. It's always interesting to go to different Dollar Trees because you see different stuff. I mean, this one had stuff my Dollar Tree never has. Yeah, it's closer to you. All right, here we go. I'm probably putting way too much on here, ain't I? I don't care. All right, back to the white. Yeah. Of course, the white, it's not going to show a lot different, but you still need to make it match, right? I probably could have done this pumpkin like in a gray and then sprinkled the white. But that wasn't on my mind when I was thinking of candy corn. Okay. Back in the box. Okay. Going crazy here. Okay. Pretty sure you're supposed to let it dry a little more before you start kind of brushing it away. Okay. right, here we go. Grab another plate. Y'all, I was out in my yard. Hey, Kevin. I was out in my yard picking up leaves because I was trying to think of a project to do. I found all these pretty painted leaves, like dry, crunchy leaves. Of course, all the ones that I saw, they're all nice and flat and smooth, and then they're crunchy. I guess you have to go ahead and dry them yourself, but all the ones I found are all wrinkled. But look at this. Look how big that leaf is. It's as big as my head. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I had to grab it. I mean, look at that. It's a huge leaf. I'll think of something. Yes, your mom told me Catherine loves leaves. Maybe I'll make this and frame it for her. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to take a soft brush that's dry and just lightly knock some of this off. Like I said, I like when it's down in the little crevices of the pumpkin, like in each section. Is that called a segment or a section? Is there a proper name for that? Does anybody care? I don't care. Okay. I know I'm almost positive I'm supposed to let this dry a little bit, but I'm afraid if I put the hairdryer on it right now, it's just going to blow baking soda all over my kitchen or over my dining room. So I'm just going to knock most of this off. I'm trying to leave it in the little cracks. You'll see how it's sticking in the cracks? That's what I'm going for. You know, I was supposed to come on here yesterday and go live, and here's what happened. Okay, so my husband told me to go look for paint because we've painted our bedroom all except one wall that we want to do an accent. So he said, go to Home Depot and find a paint you like. Because I've been saying, oh, I can't decide. So he said, go find a paint. So I'm heading to Home Depot. Y'all, there are 4 Dollar Trees like around me. I'm like in the center. I mean, they're a matter of like 1 point something miles to 6 miles. Do you know how many Dollar Trees I have to pass to go anywhere? So I was gonna go and I got sidetracked. I passed Home Depot and I went to this ribs. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. I went into this other Dollar Tree. It was 11. Well, I stopped and got a pumpkin cream cold brew from Starbucks. And you had to turn right. You couldn't turn left out of that one. So I had to turn right, and Home Depot was left. So I had to turn right. And then I was close to this Dollar Tree. So I went in, and it was 11:50 something when I walked in there, because I remember looking at what time it was. Y'all, I got out of there at 3:50 something. I was in there almost 4 hours. 12, 1, 2, 3. I was in there 4 hours. And I didn't buy that much stuff. I don't know what I was doing. I was taking pictures of stuff. I posted some of those, but so yeah. So last night my husband said, "Did you get paint?" I was like, we'll just leave it at that. No, I didn't get paint. I didn't say where I was all day. Who does that? Spends 4 hours in a Dollar Tree. Okay. Y'all see them in the little ribs? In the ribs? Are you sure they're called ribs? Okay. The white one, like I said, it's not really going to show up much. The powder or baking soda. And I was thinking before I came on here, of course I always think like right at the last second. I got to thinking about gluing these because I'm going to stack them. And I was thinking this hole in the middle, I was like, oh my God, is it going to make any contact to glue? So then I was like grabbing things like little wooden, I got this little wooden apple. I got these little wooden Jenga blocks. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to stick something in there for it to make contact. I mean, it makes a little bit of contact, but probably not enough to hold something heavy. So this may be one of those projects that you hope people don't pick it up. You put it on a shelf and hope nobody picks it up. Okay. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. We got a mess here. So see how it's got the big opening for a candle? And then the bottom is, I mean, hi Dawn. So I'm thinking I could wedge a Jenga block. It barely fits in here. I could wedge a Jenga block in here and then glue it, and then I can take like raffia or something to tie around so it hides any little gap there. Or some ribbon, I don't know. Hoping this will fit. Yeah, it fits better. But isn't a candy corn isn't it yellow, orange, white? Does that matter? Because mine might have to go orange, yellow, white. Yeah, I might have to do mine different because this Jenga block won't fit into the yellow. Let's see. Wait a minute. Yellow on the bottom. That's what I thought, but okay. Hey, it kind of fits. I should have cut this, but like I said, I thought of this like right at the last minute before I had to hit that live button. And I was actually like 2 minutes late getting on here. I did. I tried it in all directions. And I'm even trying different blocks because these came from Dollar Tree also. And you know, they're not all going to be perfectly the same size. Surely one of them is smaller. Hold on. Oh, wait. I do have some popsicle sticks. I could stack those. It's gonna be a lot. That'll be a lot of popsicle sticks. Hang on. I think it's good enough. So if it's like that, I mean, it's almost down in there. Y'all see that? I mean, it's enough. And then if I use some raffia, I don't think I have much raffia down here. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Yes, that works. Now I need to glue it. Okay. I'm letting it dry a little bit. And there's still powder in it. And I may end up going back over this after I stack them. I'll probably go back and add more. Because I just like the white. I want it to have more white in those little creases. I hope y'all can't hear my husband. He's on a conference call upstairs. It's really loud. He's very loud. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put a little glue. You could probably use E6000 along with this hot glue. Just to make it a little more secure. Okay. So far, so good. That one's going to sit pretty easy. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I would highly recommend some E6000 because like I said, this top pumpkin is, I think it's concrete or cement, whatever. This one's really heavy. So if you pick it up from that one, it might come apart. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put some brown on the stem. I'm not gonna powder the brown. Well, I will. I'm not gonna mix brown. I'm not gonna mix baking soda with the paint because I am gonna sprinkle. Speaking of sprinkle, y'all feel free to sprinkle this video with all your friends. Yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle some of the baking soda over this while it's wet. I usually like to change the stems. Anytime I make anything with a pumpkin, I usually switch out the stem, but this being cement or concrete, it's kind of stuck there. Hi, Penny. All right. All right, let's see. Okay. First time catching me live. Thank you, Penny. I'm glad you're here. And I didn't give much notice. I am the worst about doing that. I'm going to get better about that. I've got to start doing more advanced notice. For my dry paintbrush. Okay. Okay, I don't think I have, because I did not plan to use raffia. Let me see. I don't know if I have enough to do what I'm wanting to do here, but I think, let's see what we've got over here. I just think it needs some tied between each pumpkin. Look at those glue strings. Just to hide the little gap. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I can still see it. Yeah. Okay. And y'all, there's still time to enter the drawing for the giveaway. If you didn't see it on my page, I'm trying to clear out all of the September live projects. Any of the ones that I wasn't planning on keeping for myself, they're kind of piling up, and I got to make room for all the Christmas stuff that I'm going to be doing. So this sign right here, this is still up for the drawing. The drawing is tomorrow. Oh, it ends at 2 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. So this is one that I did where I went out in the yard and I picked up leaves. I just picked up some leaves and painted them and stuck them on this little piece of plywood. And then I did the little quote in vinyl. So somebody's gonna win this. To win this, you just go back to this post. It's a couple days back. And for every person you tag in the comments, you're entered. And every time you share it, like if you share it to your page or share it to a crafty group or share it to, oh, but if you share it, let me tell you, and I did put this in the comments, but I've noticed somebody did not do it. If you share it, you have to change the privacy setting so it's public, or I won't know that you shared it. Like it'll say, you know, like, 2 shares or whatever. And if I click on that, I can see that like Susie Jones shared it. And then it'll say, you can't see the others because of their privacy settings. So I won't know that you shared it. It doesn't even tell me who did it. It just says somebody shared it, but because it was, I guess, only for their friends, it doesn't even tell me who did it. So that's the only reason you would have to change that. But for every time you share it, you're entered, and every person you tag in those in the comments below that post, you're entered. And then somebody will be drawn and gets that. Okay. All right, let me just tie. I probably will go back. You know, whenever I do a Facebook Live, whatever project, afterwards I go back and take a picture and post that. You may see that I'm going to add more raffia. I did not bring raffia down here to do this because I was not thinking that I would need it, but I may go back and add it after I'm done, and then I'll post a picture of the finished project. Yeah, because this raffia is kind of short. That's the thing about lives. You can't, you know. And usually when I do a Facebook Live, it's a project I've not done before. So I have no idea how it's going to turn out, if it's even going to turn out. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, you know, they'll make one and then go into a live and make another, but like I didn't buy any extra pumpkins, so I couldn't do that. So y'all get it, bloopers and all. All right, this stuff's so short, it's hard to tie it. Okay. All right, you'll get the idea, right? Oh gosh. Here we go. Okay, so it's supposed to be a candy corn stack. There we go. And like I said, I'm probably going to go back. I know you can't see the texture on here, but it's the paint with the baking soda mixed in to make it thicker and grainy. Let me get it kind of close. I can't see it. Hold on. But it has like a grainy texture, and then while it's wet, so I may go back and add some more and add some more, add more paint, and while it's wet, sprinkle more of the baking soda directly into these little lines so that they really stand out. You can see them a little bit on the orange and the white. I know you can't see them on the white, but it's super pretty. And these were from Dollar Tree. These were, well, $1.25. The $1.25 tree. That's what I call it. So, thank you. It is cute. But I do highly suggest using E6000 glue with the hot glue because this is heavy. Really, this one's the most that's heavy. It's like concrete, cement, whatever. And these are just ceramic, I think. Oh, there might be resin. I'm not sure what they are. I think they're resin. But that's it. I might go back and decorate it, but you'll see. I will go back and take a picture of the finished project. I'm gonna go and get some more raffia and do that. Maybe add in some greenery. Can y'all see? I don't know, that might be too much. I can't see it up there, but then I can see it on my iPad, which is delayed, so it's like a couple seconds off. I don't know. But I think it's kind of cute. I think it'll be cute sitting up on a shelf. I like it. Now that gives me the courage to go and get one of the big pumpkins and try it on that. We'll see. Okay, Y'all, I am going to try to get another Facebook Live project out this evening. And it won't be long. I mean, it won't be late. I usually come on here at 9 o'clock, and I'm not going to drag them out. I went back and watched one of my replays. I think it was the harvest picture with all the pumpkins on it, and it said harvest across the top. I went back and watched the replay, and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know how the people that stuck with me through that whole live, I spent way too much time on those stems. It was hideous. I mean, not the project wasn't hideous, but the amount of time I spent on those stems. Stems are easy, and I don't know why I spent so much time on them. But anyway, it was like 11:30 that night I finally ate dinner, and I was like, don't ever do that again. So I'll make sure I keep my projects a little bit quicker from now on. So, okay. That's it for this one, and I will post, if I've got the other project coming out tonight, I'll post a announcement with the time and let y'all know what time I'll be back. But if you think you know anybody that might want to copy this or be inspired by this, feel free to sprinkle this video with your friends and family, and like any of that. Any of that helps. This is still a new page, so I'm just trying to get the word out. But I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.